one of the most, and the interesting question about these quote unquote independents is it's comforting to know that we know something about their politics, or at least the issues that they theoretically will push for in Parliament. But then that raises questions about whether they are independents if they all share something in common, and not just like they share those key issues. They obviously have messaging support. You notice if you read articles where they quote a bunch of these candidates, they'll use pretty much like exactly the same lines. It kind of starts to sound like a party. Like, and maybe I'll get flack for this, because this is the line that the Liberals have been taking, right? They're like, they're fake independents, they're a party. No one's fooled by this.
Right.
It reminds me, like, I remember when I was in like year 8 or something, I had this friend called Mim, and we her mum must have been really scared by all these reports in the media about parties getting gate crashed. And so she was obsessed with, like, Mim wanted to hold a party, but she wouldn't let her call it a party. And we weren't allowed to refer to it as a party. I don't think that we had like Facebook events back then. She had little invitations that were printed, but everywhere it was referred to as Mim's gathering or Mim's thing. And everyone would just be like, so you're going to Mim's thing or her gathering. And that story, like, quite funny. But yeah, it just returned to me recently, because I was like, that's kind of what these independents, they're like, oh, it's not a party. It's just a gathering.
Well, I would push back against the idea that they're party, because the policy platform or the ideological grounds to the independence is non-existent. And this is perhaps the problem. There is no ideological analysis of what's wrong with politics or society or, say, capitalism. It's not about that. What's wrong with politics is the people who are in there. So get the bad people out and get the good people in, and those good people will be smart, and they'll listen to the experts, and they'll take every issue on its merits, and they'll listen to both sides, and they'll come up with a sensible centrist solution that will be good for everybody. Okay?
Serious danger to Australia.